Alright, hello guys. Welcome to the second part of our arithmetic sequence supplemental videos. Hopefully you guys will look at these over the weekend since there's a test, or I guess it would be a quiz on Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so what I have here is a quote: "Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel." I want you guys to think about that. I think it makes a lot of sense about what I'm trying to do here, and I think it's great that this one is optional. It's supplemental, and I'm really happy that you guys are watching it. So pat yourself on the back. You're trying hard to try to succeed, okay? And effort's gonna get you far in life. So let's go ahead and pull up Paint again. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'll make this bigger. Arithmetic sequences, implicit, also known as recursive, rules for sequences. I don't like the way that looks. I like it better like this. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave out this text. Back to brush. Alright, so implicit rule is kind of like what we talked about in class, if you remember the Fibonacci thing, and I think I'll probably do some sort of extra credit thing because I think that's pretty interesting how it applies to life and just looking around at nature. So sorry, I'm on tangent, so I'll go back to implicit. So implicit is a sub n is equal to a sub n minus 1 plus d. Okay, so what implicit or recursive is a different way of writing arithmetic sequences in a rule. So it's not explicit, instead it's implicit. So let me go ahead and use that same sequence I just used a few minutes ago on the previous video, and that would be I think it was 6, 11, 16, 21, 26, and on. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and list the terms again. A sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, a sub 5. Okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I need to basically only figure out what the d is, okay, and d is the common difference. So let me make an index for you guys here. I'll do in gray. No, I don't like gray. Let's do purple. Alright, so a sub n minus 1 is equal to the previous term. So the difference between implicit and explicit is explicit, you always have to have like the n. You have to know what you want and just plug it in. The implicit is you need to know what the previous thing is, the previous term, okay? And d is the same thing as before, constant difference, common difference, same thing. Constant, I use them interchangeably. Constant, I'm just gonna write diff for difference, okay? And we already know the constant difference for this one. It goes, I'll switch over to red, 5. So this is like the easier way of writing it if you don't want to find the a0. So this time I don't have to find a sub 0 or a0, however I say it. It should be a sub 0. So in this case, all I need to do is just write a sub n is equal to a sub n minus 1 plus, and the only thing I need to change and the only thing I need to know is the constant difference. And I know right there that it's 5. So all I do is I take this 5 and I just, hey, put it right here. And now I have a rule for that sequence. Okay. And let's go ahead and just test. And I'll do A6 again. Or you know what, I'll do something else. I'll do A7. So remember A6 in the previous video we got 33. Well, I'm looking for A7 now. this is a sub 6, I'll just write in green, a sub 6. Okay, so from the implicit slash recursive rule we have for this sequence, I'm going to go ahead and plug stuff in. So I'm going to look for a sub 7, which is the 7th term. So a sub 7, this is just a test, and anytime we get this rule, we have the rule for the whole sequence. So now I can find any term in there. So I'm looking for the 7th term, the one after a sub 6, and it's a sub 7 is equal to a sub 7 minus 1. Because in this case you change this n to 7, well, you have to change this n to 7 as well. Okay, so a sub 7 minus 1 plus 5. Well, really you have a sub 7 is equal to a sub 6, right, because 7 minus 1 is 6, plus 5. So now you have it nice and easy. I look at what a sub 6 is, well, it's 33. So I have a sub 7 is equal to 33 plus 5. Okay, so now you have written a formula where you can just look backwards. If you know the previous term, you can find the next one. Okay, and that gives us that a sub 7 equals 38. And those are just two ways of writing it. You know, you have your explicit and your implicit, and both ways work. There's multiple ways. There's actually another way that we haven't really decided as a team whether or not we want to touch on it, but as far as implicit, that's basically it. The only thing you need to find is the constant difference and put that right there, and then you can find the terms from just, well, plug a1 in and then you'll find a2, plug a2 in, you'll find a3. Okay, alright, so that concludes this supplemental video. Hopefully you guys will be watching it this weekend. There will be a quiz on Monday, Tuesday. I'll try not to include too many fractions, but I think if I did one where the constant difference was like a half, I think you guys should be able to handle it by now. You know, fractions, I have to work on trying to get you guys to be fluent for geometry, because they'll do more fractions, and I can't just let it keep sliding forever. Okay, alright, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, or you know, on Monday. I guess virtually I'll see you guys over the weekend. So I hope you guys watch this video if you're lost, and hopefully I'll help you. And it's time to go eat dinner. So see you guys.